This is my beautiful little warrior, Nora Rose. I'm making this video from her hospital bed to raise awareness for child organ donation. If this video changes even one parent's mind on donating their deceased child's organs, it will give more meaning to her life. Nora was born August 6, 2018. She was diagnosed with biliary atresia, or BA for short, at 7.5 weeks. Biliary atresia is a rare liver disease where the only true cure is a liver transplant. There is a band-aid surgery called the Kasai, which Nora had at 8 weeks, but it was unsuccessful. She was placed on the liver transplant list on February 20th, 2019. She has been through hell waiting on her new liver due to the progression of her disease. She would constantly throw up and could not absorb her food due to her bad liver, so they had to do feeding tubes down her nose, but that didn't work, so we had to do feeding through IVs called TP and lipids, and that means she could not have any real food, just what came through the PICC line in her arm. Multiple trips to the emergency room, 6 broken bones from her vitamin deficiencies making them weak. She had to have her belly tapped to relieve 700 cc's of fluid that had leaked out. Bloody ears from tearing at them because of all of the medicine making her skin crawl. And overall just very uncomfortable from this terrible disease breaking her body down. But 3.5 months on the transplant waiting list, and the worst had yet to come. On May 28th, my daughter died in my arms. It all started as they changed out her oxygen delivery methods. It was a mask that covered her entire face. I had to hold her arms down so she wouldn't tear it off. She couldn't catch her breath, and I could see how afraid she was in her eyes as she struggled for breath and looked as if she was underwater. Then she started spitting up blood, and I watched her oxygen meter drop on the monitor. I screamed out, "Is she breathing?" And the doctor said, "I don't know." They did CPR on her little body for over 40 minutes. They hooked up the life support machine, and they brought her back. They brought her back to life. The emotional roller coaster of saying goodbye in your heart and then getting a second chance, I will never forget. We got a second chance, and Nora fought like hell and did not give up. She was strong enough to be taken off the ECMO machine, which we believed was a miracle. She still had to be on the ventilator and dialysis machine and a ton of other medicine, but we had hope, and we were going to cling to any bit of hope we could get. Problem is, the brain was without sufficient oxygen for 40 minutes, and this caused our little Nora to suffer a global brain injury. After multiple MRIs, it's clear her brain is gone, and now her kidneys, lungs, and heart are very tired and hurt, on top of her pre-existing liver disease. She didn't get the gift of a life-saving liver transplant in time. If she had, we wouldn't be making burial arrangements now, and I wouldn't be having to prepare to watch my child die again. We ask God why. We cry every day. We feel that words can't describe. We know a level of heartache that no parent should. The helplessness of knowing there is a life-saving surgery that could have fixed my baby, but not having enough donors is gut-wrenchingly terrible. We hurt so much for so long that now we've become numb. We think maybe God's plan all along was for Nora to be a donor, not to receive a donor. And you can bet we will give so someone else doesn't have to relive our nightmare. Please think about your decision and what it would be for donating now. Prepare for it before having to make rash decisions in the heat of the moment when you're trying to grieve the loss. Make something beautiful come from the ashes and pain. Nora's story is what happens when so many people say no. Please share Nora's story. For full details, follow her page at Nora's Biliary Atresia Journey. And I'm going to include a video of my sweet baby before her arrest. I want to remember her like that. Perfect.
Come on.